Hey y'all, it's laundry day and it's sunny and beautiful outside, so I wanted to reflect that. And I don't think you can see the reflection of the trees that I see, and that's what I wanted you to see. That is Papa Wilco, as I'm calling him, or Dad, and Mama's right next door to him, and I can't reach and touch them both at the same time. They've spaced them perfectly apart. But interesting. Well, my left brain started going, and I went, I gotta learn everything I can about those trees. And because the town is named after them, you're like, oh, they're emanating in the soil, and they kind of direct that. So you go, oh, I can appreciate you even more. So it's been a beautiful day. I want to get out to the river today, and it's get scrubbing kind of day. So I wanted to enjoy the sun and feel it on my body as much as I can. And I know I kind of stir up a little stir with this much skin showing, but I'll cover up a little bit, work it out, work it out. So hope y'all are doing well. It's interesting. My room and I had a talk about accommodating other people's um, sensitivities. And the word and his statement was, I am not nice. And I went, it's not, yes. Nice just means dim-witted, or dull. I think nice and fine. I can't get the two of them confused. And I go, yes, accommodating someone else's emotions. I know exactly what you mean by that. And they're kind of crooked. Sorry. I must have sat on them too many times. And in that niceness, you lose you. And I see myself, in my Facebook friends and everybody else, and my own mirror of that nice girl. And feeling there was a facade of behind that nice girl, though, is somebody going, and all other types of emotions and not expressing them. And I went, yeah, I know what that feeling is. And it was like a restriction. It was like the tectonic plate, and the molten lava underneath. And it was frustrating, not being heard. And the dungeon was a space of, no, I take my power back and I speak what I feel, which is, and in sexual energy, there's such a, oh, I can be radically honest here. Well, let me tell you, this is how it's going to go down. And I designed the scene in writing before I even accept and offer. And I'm like, no, we have a whole lot of negotiations to do before I even open up that door. And it was a nice space of raising the bar. And so as my brother Youssef said, let's talk about the ethical side again. I went, I was raised with that. And I'll be speaking with him on Thursday this week and going, let's talk about what does that mean today? And in the age when consent is gone or confused or taken, it's going to be a tougher one to navigate. But I'm only speaking to you. You're listening. And so for you, your choices are beautiful. They are beautiful. You design it. You bring it by your words. You manifest it by your speaking it to existence and not accepting anything else. But because you know what you're looking for when you speak your desires. And I got to tell you, my last partner, you got a plan, and then universe has a plan. Omniverse has a plan. So I had a plan for a relationship with an older man who looked like Ed Bradley. That's what I was envisioning. Black and just that salt and pepper. I was like, mm-mm-mm. And my last partner's face popped into, and I went, whoa, who's that white guy? And then I meet him 8 days later. And I'm like, oh, okay, that happened. So I'm like, so you gotta lighten up. Because what the desire was, the heart. I was focused on one thing, what the heart desires most. Boy, did I get it. But that's all I got. That's all I got. I didn't get the spiritual connection. I didn't get a mental, intellectual connection. And he was smart. Don't get me wrong. Not levels. Just focus. I'm future. He's past. Um, Emotional was right on. Instinctual. We both gave each other IBS. I was like, huh. Sorry about that. And fifth, sexual. And it was like, it's good for a hot minute, but a hot minute. Because we had other things zooming through very quickly. And it was a lesson. I just went, okay, I didn't expect that. But when I had to make the statement, love is not enough, I went, ooh. And I didn't think I was going to come out of my mouth. I went, oh. Now what? And as my favorite teacher that kind of kicked me into this path of looking at it a little more seriously, he said, you need all five for a relationship to work: spiritual, intellectual, emotional, instinctual, and sexual. And I went, okay. Yeah, the less you have, the less chance you have of it succeeding. So better think about that. It's not enough. And I lived it. I went, okay. And I didn't know it until I lived it. And in my first marriage, I had more, but it was still, where it fell apart was when we didn't have enough in those uneven areas. So it was beautiful. And read The Sex Geek. How you doing? Mahali, I'm not pronouncing it right. Sorry, Reed. He, when I run it by him, he just kind of looked at me, well, what you want me to say? And I went, okay, salute. Thank you, brother. And I, accept the lesson until you don't do it again. Hurry up. So it is always about what can I learn next and what can I get better at and what can I love myself more. And what I've been grateful for, this is like ramping up to 60. I'm like, third act's coming. I'm like, you get to shake it and work it. Oh, did I say that out loud? You get to accept all that you've come through and be able to move forward to what's next. And I'm like, oh, okay. Where are we going? What are we doing? What we want next? And I hear my father's voice. Gratitude. Be grateful, baby. That's all I ever wanted for you. And I went, oh, okay, Daddy, thank you. And I have Daddy Wilco sitting out here reminding me, I'm right here, always. I went, okay, gotcha. Got my back, front, back, all of it. So we get to move forward in what we want, which is peace for all. Holiday season, Sagittarian season, we get to call it our way. And as a Sagittarian, it's, aiming all the time and shooting. I don't know where my arrow's coming from, but they're thoughts. Thoughts are electrical. Where can I aim? So I'm constantly looking for those, what's working. And from my human design as a generator, I've understood my falling forward. It is the making mistakes and constantly falling forward, perfecting, sharpening. See those two focusing lines. So it's that, okay, well, let's figure it out. Let's get it right. And the disappointment line, baby, I'm earning this stuff. right there, both sides, deep. My father had three by the age of, he was a sergeant, age of 19. Went, ooh, had some lessons of sorrow and disappointment and World War II for him. And I went, okay, what can I understand about that? And understand what was the story at that age, 19. For me, 19, the age was get out of fear, because fear is the thing that was going to hold you back. So it's Gratitude Sunday. Sunday salons back in the day. I'm hoping to reincarnate that again and bring life to that in this seems a suitable way. Thank you for your time. My intention is that you'll understand how to drive the key of your destiny, because you can. You have the ability, a little willpower, maybe a little medicine. Do the homework, taking care of yourself, the three areas: physical, mental, spiritual. Align them with instinct. It's the brains. It teaches you how to navigate, how to turn right, turn left, change direction. Heart knows the way. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Sorry, y'all. I know there's first timers, so I gotta okay, it's Sunday. Let's do the reminders of take care of ourselves. And spiritual, keep the doors open. The veils are still open. Sunday, November, you tell me, 3rd, I think. Yes, November 3rd, yes. The veils are open. It is thin. Talk to your ancestors. They are there listening. Speak to them. They're knocking on the door. Go outside, get on the ground, get in the sun. Your method, do it, double it, get to it, get on it, and take care of yourself. Whew. Namaste, y'all. Be well. Okay, and do your homework. Subscribe, share, Patreon, all of those little buttons, those little clicks that take you down rabbit holes of loving back. I appreciate. Thank you very much.